Alright, what's up people? So today, our UFC talk's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna talk about the time me and my brother snuck into a UFC event.
Okay.
It's not what it sounds like. No, it is what it sounds like. We did. We snuck into a UFC event. But let me explain. Let me explain a step-by-step protocol on how we got there, right? This happened about 4 years ago. They were having an event here in Virginia. And usually when the UFC has events here in Virginia, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty crappy. They give us they give us the little scraps of the UFC events usually, but this time it wasn't the case. It was Anthony Pettis versus Dustin Poirier. That's pretty big, especially 4 years ago. That was a big deal. Me and my brother knew about it. We didn't really think too much of it. We wanted to go to the fights, but we just knew we couldn't. It was just one of those times. We just the time period of the event showing up and us being ready to go, it just didn't happen. So we just kind of accepted the fact that we weren't gonna go to the fights this event. But I just so happened to follow a lot of UFC fighters on Instagram and things like that. And so one of the fighters that just so happened to be there was Uriah Faber. So he posted on his stories, he was just posting regular stuff. And then there was one story that came up that showed him in one of the local spots. He was down by the beach. And so in the beach, there are certain landmarks that you just know. Like, you just know where a person is based off of, the landmark that they're around. So I showed my brother and he was like, bro, we should go try to meet Uriah Faber. I was like, bro, I completely agree we should. We should try to meet Uriah Faber, right? So we make this elaborate plan that we're gonna wake up super early in the morning, right before everybody kind of wakes up and stuff, and we'll be right there fresh, and we're gonna have that chance to see Uriah Faber. That was in our mind, right? Well, we wake up at 6:30 in the morning, people. This is how serious it was. It was cold. We went to the beach to look for Uriah Faber, right, on some stalker stuff, right? But we weren't trying to bum rush him, we were just trying to hopefully bump into him, and so we were walking down on the beach, looking, literally staring at every person that jogged by us, staring at their face to see if there was some sort of UFC fighter. We see one sign of UFC fighters. One guy jogs by us and he has some Reebok gear on, and we're like, oh, he's gotta be a part of the UFC, because at that time the UFC was partnered with Reebok, right? So he jogs by us, we're like, maybe not. We look over and we see somebody shadowboxing on the beach. Just shadowboxing. We look over and it just so happens to be Anthony Pettis' brother, Sergio Pettis. So me and my brother are kind of freaking out. We're like, and we're trying to figure out if we're going to go talk to him or if we're going to just walk away, let that opportunity slip from our fingers. It got down to the point we were just like, F it, let's just go. Let's just talk to him. What's the worst that's gonna happen? The worst that's gonna happen is him saying, hey, go yourself, right? So we walked over and we talked to him. He's a really nice dude. We took some pictures with him, and that was dope. I might be able to put the picture right there. And it was really dope. He was a really nice guy. That was a really nice start to our day. And that was probably after, let's see, like I said, we woke up at 6:30. Let me give you a little timeline. We woke up at 6:30 in the morning. We probably got to the beach at probably about 7:15. We didn't see Sergio probably until 10 o'clock that morning. Okay, so we continue on with our day. We're already filled with joy. Okay, we just met Sergio Pettis. It's not Uriah, but we met Sergio. That's something. So we keep walking, right? We keep walking, and then what? We walk by what we presume to be the Pettis' mother, Anthony and Sergio Pettis' mother. Why? Because she is decked out in Pettis gear, Pettis. Everything is just Pettis, right? And so me and my brother were kind of like, yeah, Team Pettis, and she's like, yeah, Team Pettis, and she looked like she was walking in a specific direction hard, like she was going, okay, and let me bring to light that me and my brother prior to all this happening, we were about to leave. We were like, look, it's cold. Like we're hungry. It's early in the morning, and we're not gonna be putting ourselves through all this to see nobody, to get no sort of UFC action. So fast forward back, we presume to see Anthony Pettis' mom, and she's just walking in a steady direction. You could tell she's got a destination. Me and my brother loosely, you know, kind of follow her. We walk in that direction. Our car was kind of that way anyways, so, you know, we just kind of like, you know, we just kind of walked that way, you know. Nothing crazy or nothing. And she just so happened to walk into a hotel in the back door of it. And by that back door, there's this big old sign. Huge sign. You couldn't miss it. It said UFC Event. And it had Dustin Poirier's face and Anthony Pettis' face just right there. And like there's an arrow that was going upstairs. So me and my brother, you know, we stood there for a second. We were like, all right, are we going to do this? We did this with Sergio. We were like, are we going to just YOLO this? And we did. So we walked up the stairs. And when we walked up the stairs, we came into this hallway, right? We looked to our left, nothing. Looked to our right, huge double doors. Huge double doors with, again, another banner that has a whole bunch of UFC event stuff on it, right? So, as we see that, we look back to our left, and guess who's walking by us? Anthony Pettis. Anthony Pettis walks right by us. So we're just kind of like, and we ask, you know, to get a picture with him. He was, I guess he was pretty busy. He seemed like he was pretty busy, and he was just like, I'll take a picture with you guys after I'm done with the media. We're like, cool, right? So he goes into those double doors that we kind of see, and we kind of peek as the doors swing open, and my goodness, it was like UFC heaven. We saw Fox Sports. We saw a whole bunch of UFC fighters and staff and commentators and coaches, and it was just like, woo. So that's what happened when the doors swung open, and then it swung closed, right? So me and my little brother, again, for the third time, we come to this point, a crossroads. Are we going to do this, or are we not going to do this? Right? We're already 2 for 2, people. We're 2 for 2. We decided to do these kinds of things. 2 for 2, which led us to this moment. And what did we do? We ended up walking away. Hell no, we didn't. We went through those double doors. That's what we did. We went through those double doors, and when we did, we kind of stood at the entrance a little bit. You know? We're trying to like take everything in. We're trying to take everything in because, you know, this is not an everyday opportunity, people. Okay? So like I said, we see coaches, trainers, fighters, you know, all just kind of just walking around, just kind of doing their own thing.
Like real big, dude. We're gonna walk up there and ask for you. Was that Sergio or is that Anthony? I think I just saw Anthony Pettis.
Bro, there's so many in one spot.
I just saw Anthony Pettis.
Bro, my toes are like shaking.
My feet are...
Oh my goodness, yeah, coach's ultimate fighter. I forgot his name now. I don't want to say his wrong name, that's why. I think his name is Justin Gaethje. Nobody's really paying attention. And so me and my brother take a couple steps forward, and then all of a sudden, more fighters start coming through the door that we just came through. But guess what? It was like Sage Northcutt. It was like Angela Hill, John Dodson. You had Matt Brown. You name it. There were so many people, fighters that like I probably am forgetting right now. You had Joe Lozon. Just like a whole bunch of just like UFC, just like beasts. Okay. So while all these fighters are walking by us, there's one in particular that completely stood out more than everyone. People, we met Amanda Nunes. I'm pretty sure this was like right after she knocked out Ronda. But okay, we saw Amanda Nunes, right? So we saw Amanda. We had to go talk to her. We went to go talk to her. And she was like, hello, guys. Like, are you coming to the fight? Like, we were like, no, we're not going to the fight. But you're Amanda Nunes, so that's completely okay. You know, she talked to us for like 5, 6, 7 minutes. I don't know. All I know is she touched my shoulder, she touched my brother's shoulder, and we had a full-fledged conversation with Amanda Nunez. And I have to say, that was a huge highlight of that day, of my life. So we get done talking to Amanda. We get done taking all the pictures, with the UFC fighters. And there was another set of doors, and we saw Dustin Poirier, Clay Guida, and we were waiting to take pictures with them. Right? We were like, okay, we cannot leave without taking pictures with them. Mind you, we still haven't seen Uriah Faber yet. Turns out Uriah Faber had to go to some wedding or something like that, and he wasn't even there. So the person we were trying to see, we didn't even end up seeing. We ended up seeing everybody else. Okay, so there's more to the story. So me and my brother, we're still, we got the sweats going on. We see John Anik, we see, Paul Felder, and we're just like, okay, we're good. We're evening out until we see Andrei Arlovski. Andrei Arlovski starts walking through, and when I tell you, people, that we are not the same human being. I am 5'8". This dude is like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". We are not the same human being. When I saw that man walk through, me and my brother, we just started freaking out. We were like, not just for the fact that it was Andrei Arlovski, but because you start to realize that you don't see human beings that freaking big. Like, how often do you see a 6'7" dude who weighs 235, 245 just walking in front of you like, hey, how you doing? Like, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen very often. And so he started to walk toward us, and me and my brother just freak out. We lose it. And then I guess a security guard that was around spotted us, and he was like, hey, you guys aren't supposed to be here. If you guys had just acted, normal, I wouldn't have known. How can you act normal, sir, when you have a giant fighter walking in front of you? Like you can't act normal, sir. That man is a different breed of person, And so me and my brother freaked out, and we listened to the security guard, and we just left. Because guess what? We got what we wanted. Well, kind of. We actually got more than what we wanted. We originally came there for Uriah, and we ended up leaving with literally 15 plus fighter pictures. Ended up having so many conversations. That was honestly one of the most amazing moments, random moments of my life. We literally went from seeing a post on Uriah's story the morning before, not expecting us to go to the fight, not expecting to meet anybody, honestly, and we end up meeting all of those fighters, and it was just an absolute amazing experience. Just now, that was 4 years ago and just now, it leaves my palms feeling all sweaty, just because that was such an amazing moment. That was one of those moments where it was like, if you didn't just go against the grain, that would have never happened. That doesn't happen to people. I still get about it, because that was the first time I got to see people that I always saw on TV, in person. And I think that changed the trajectory of my life and my career. And yeah, everybody was pretty nice. All the fighters were nice. Besides, I'm not gonna lie, and look, I'm not that type of person to say, hey, he's a douchebag. Maybe he was having a bad day, okay? Everybody was nice, but it seemed like Anthony Pettis was having a bit of a bad day. Hey, maybe you were, bro. Maybe your stomach was hurting. Maybe, I don't know. You never know from people, but all I gotta say is it was a pleasure meeting all of them. Oh, also, shout out, Miranda Maverick. She about to have her fight very soon against Macy Barber. So keep her in mind. Keep an eye out for her, because Miranda Maverick's making some noise out here, boy. V8. I hope I explained it well enough to where you guys could see it step by step. I try not to leave out any of the details. It's so easy to do that when it was 4 years ago. But I think you guys got it. I think you guys, yeah.